I'm Dr. Pramod Kumar. I'm a consultant psychiatrist and I have my own Dr. Pramod Clinic, Chandigarh. I'm in a private practice for the last more than 2 decades. The topic which I wish to discuss, deliver today for the public awareness is on social media and mental health issues. Social media is something which has become such an integral part of our day to day life. India is one country in the whole world which has the maximum users on social media. And social media, when we talk, what do we wish? What do you mean by social media? The majority of the social media interaction takes place through Facebook and WhatsApp. There are other media also, but those are in the background, whether it's Instagram, whether it's a Twitter, or there are so many other media. But majority is being taken over by Facebook and WhatsApp communications. Social media use has not been very old, whereas the socialization, social interaction, interpersonal communication has been there ever since the existence of a human being. The human being growth, emotional growth is one of the integral parts is social interactions, and which begins from the family and it goes to the friends and it goes to the society. So the better the social communications we have, better the relationship we have, better the emotional strengths we have, and better the stress management we have. What has been changed with the social media? Internet has been evolved, I can say about 30 years or little more than that. But majority of the social media came up in the last 2 decades, and more so it get flooded, wherein almost everybody joined the social media in the last 1 decade. And if you see, one of the major reason why people have joined social media is almost free internet. Almost free, I would say. So when internet came into the market, it was very expensive. Buying an iPhone and then using it with the internet was very expensive and it used to cost a lot. But with the newer technology and with newer advancement and millions and billions of users, the cost of internet came down, and that is the time when social media took over and it goes into the hands of each and every person. Whether I would say, people may not have gone literate in terms of their education, but definitely people have gone literate in terms of their social media use. I know of people in my circle who are illiterate education wise, but they are able to interact through Facebook and WhatsApp, typing, whether voice messaging and everything, they're able to do. So does social media play any role in the mental health? The answer is yes. It is providing a great amount of role in person's mental health. And people started to believe that it will replace the social interactions and would yield the same result as social interaction would yield. However, as a psychiatrist, as a mental health professionals, I have not seen so, and we have not seen so all over the world. There are people who have reported multiple issues with the use of social media. For example, it has changed the basic construct of a human being in terms of their sleep cycle. Sleep is something with which you are born, which is the only part of a human life which goes from your birth till your death. And then that such a important thing of your life, it gives a great amount of relaxation. And sleep is considered as the best antidepressant. It is considered as the best stress management technique. So when people started using social media, and it is so much gripping, you want to begin your day by looking at your WhatsApp. and you want to sleep after looking at the WhatsApp. And that is the reason it has started capturing on your sleep. And I am seeing in my clinic so many people who have got a disturbed sleep cycle. They would continue to be waking up at late at night, and their sleep cycle has got reversed. Younger people, more so with the COVID, the people have started sleeping during the day and they are waking up the whole night. And that disturbs the neurochemical system. And that is one of the reasons why people would have many, many mental health issues. Because when the sleep cycle reverses, it also reverses your diet cycle. So you tend to ignore your food. You tend to ignore your quality of food. It also changes your another foundation of your life, which is called the exercise part. You're not able to do much of a walk or an exercise because of the reversal of the cycle. And social media is one of the important factor why these changes are taking place. So, and this make you prone to have mental health issues. And mental health issues, like the most common, is depression. People suffer from depression because of so many reasons. One, few reasons I've already told you. Second, your genetic tendencies. And then is what you are seeing on social media is actually you start to believe that. When you see so many positive activities, so many people being happy, when your post is not being liked, not being subscribed, and not commented, you start to feel depressed. And you start calculating your depression based on your clicks on your post. So social media, because of this, sometimes create a great amount of anticipatory anxiety, stress, and depression, and which become a very, very dysfunctioning and disabling part of your life. Then the next thing which comes up with the social media use is anxiety. People start to have panic attack and range of anxiety disorders because of the excessive use of social media. And even the stress comes along with this. People, even we have seen people with acute psychosis and exacerbation of their psychosis because of the excessive use of social media. It is not bad to be on a social media, but the most important thing is the balance on a social media. Because if you do not balance yourself, then you tend to have issues along with this. There is something you always believe something is missing, something you are likely to miss. And that is the reason you continue to look, search all the time on your fingers, and your mind is always on the social media, as if you are going to miss out something. As a therapist, we allow people to use social media, but not more than 45 minutes a day, because that is the time. I'm not saying it is mandatory, but the kind of unhealthy pattern, it is not there. So if you want to use social media in a healthy way, we shouldn't be using it beyond 45 minutes. There is enough evidence to say that excessive use make you prone, but if it is a balanced use, it might give you a lot of positive results as well. So social media do have a lot of positive effects as well. For example, you are able to connect with your family, your friends, your relatives, and even the acquaintances. You can revive the lost contacts. You may not be able to physically meet, let us say, 50 to hundreds of relatives, but on social media, you are interacting with each and everyone. So you get to know about each other, good and bad, happy and sorrow things. And that is one of the major reason for which social media was actually it was planned that way. But excessive use has taken away that kind of a thing from you. Then the other important part of social media use is that in crisis, it has been quite unhelpful thing. People would post on WhatsApp, Facebook, other social media whenever they're in crisis, and the help seeking has taken place because of this. Then there are other positive aspect, positive use of social media as well. For example, there are recently I've seen the person was in needing of A negative blood group and he has posted, and suddenly there are people who immediately went into it, help the person. Crisis, chronic sick illnesses, crime. It has been able to prevent a lot of crime as well because of the excessive use of, because of the proper use of social media. Then many research and surveys do take place through the social media. And the people who are providing jobs or providing opportunities, they also started using social media as a platform wherein they can seek help. And the way I'm talking to you, and which is probably going to be on some social media, is again a knowledge sharing, dissemination of information, which wouldn't be possible otherwise in face to face or one to one interaction. So it has a lot of positive role as well, and that is the reason it has been ongoing process. Children, adolescent, when they are into the social media, wherein their mental abilities are not as much, and they become prone for cyberbullying. And cyberbullying is one of the reason why people have started to feel depressed, the children. And so cyberbullying, then gaming is another area which need to be cultivated. Okay, so it has a lot of positive things, it has negative things, but overall balance in mental health with the use of social media lies in person's hand. And that is the reason you need to be balancing yourself in terms of the use of social media. Use, don't abuse, don't misuse. So use is very, very good, but provided it is balanced. If you see any of the changes in yourself, in your family member, in your friends, for example, spending too much of time suffering from emotional issues, suffering from thinking issues, if it has become an obsession to use social media, it has started to affect your academic activities. It is affecting your social relationships. It is affecting your marital relationships. Please identify at the earliest. Seek help with the mental health professionals who are expert in understanding and handling of these issues. So this much of information is a very preliminary information. If you have any question or any queries related to this, you can definitely get in touch with me. My contact details and my email would be available to you. And thank you very much for your patience listening to this particular talk. Thank you.